Hi. In this video, we'll be discussing the concept of what discount and mark price. Fine. In the previous video, we have already discussed the basic concept of profit and loss. So we'll continue that with what? The concept of discount and mark price. Okay. In the previous video, we discussed different type of prices. The first was CP, then we had SP, and the third was mark price. Now, what is CP? The price at which article is purchased. SP is what? The price at which article is sold. And the printed price on the article is called mark price. So we discussed that whenever SP is more than CP, you get a profit. Yes or no? And what if I ask you profit percent? You always calculate it on CP. So how do we get profit percent? SP minus CP by CP into 100. Yes sir. So what is the relationship between these three terms? Sometimes the selling price would be same as what the printed price. What if the selling price is less than printed price? Let's say an article, the price was printed, 1000 was printed on that, and you purchase it for 800 rupees. What does it mean? You paid 200 rupees less. This 200 is called discount. So the discount is always offered on what? Mark price. So we know that profit is always equal to SP minus CP. Similarly, discount would be MP minus SP. So how do we write discount? It's mark price minus selling price divided by mark price into 100. So you can see the formula. What's the base here? It's mark price. So we can say that discount percent is always calculated on mark price. It's always calculated on mark price. So what's the discount percent in this particular example? I'll say mark price is 1000. I paid 800 only, divided by 200, divided by 1000 into 100. This gives you how much? 1 by 5, which is equal to how much? 20%. So I can say that I got a discount of 20% on an article whose mark price was how much? 1000 rupees. So the customer, the retailer, shopkeeper will always increase the price and print it on the article. So that becomes mark price. After that, he'll give you a discount. So discount will be subtracted from mark price so that you get SP. So what's the relationship between these three terms, among these three terms? Let's look at this. I'll say that SP, CP plus M person. What is M here? What is M here? It's a markup person. We call it markup person. I'll increase the price by some person and print it on the article. After that, what will happen? I'll give you a discount of some person, and I'll sell it to the customer. That price becomes selling price, and the printed price will become mark price. How do we get this mark price? We increase cost price by some person. So this M person is called markup person. We call it markup person. Yes or no? So markup person is always calculated on what? CP. CP will be increased by some person, that is M person, to get MP here. After that, you allow a discount. Discount is always offered on what? Mark price. That is 1 minus D bar. Let's take a case here. Let's assume that CP of an article is 100 rupees. I'll increase it by some percent, which is markup person, 25%. This is 25%. Yes or no? So the markup person is 25. When you put M equal to 25 and CP equal to 100 here, the mark price will become 125. Now the shopkeeper allows you a discount of some person. Let's say allows a discount of 10%. What does it mean? I'll have to reduce this price by 10%. In that case, the selling price becomes how much? Selling price will be mark price, which is 125 minus discount percent 10%. 10% of 125 will be 12.5. So the selling price will become 112.5. Now, what was the cost price? It was 100. And I sold it the article at 112.5. That means, that means, that means my profit percent will become how much? 12.5%. So the profit percent here becomes 12.5%. So let's take a case here. Let's say, the markup percent is 40%. Then I allow a discount of 20%. Find the profit first. How do we calculate that? Let's assume that my CP is 100. It's better to take CP as 100. Then markup percent is 40. So I'll increase the CP by 40%. How do we increase the number by 40%? We use a multiplying factor 1.4. So the mark price becomes how much? 1/4. Now, what's the next part? You offer a discount of 20%. Look at this formula. Discount is always offered on what? Selling price. So selling of mark price, sorry. So selling price becomes how much? Mark price is 140. You need to offer a discount of 20%. That means you'll decrease its value by 20%. How do we decrease the number by 20%? The multiplying factor would be 0.8. When you multiply it, what do you get here? You get 112 rupees. Yes or no? That means the cost price of article was 100, selling price becomes 112. So the profit percent becomes how much? 12. Yes or no? So can we say CP would be the first price, SP is the second price, MP is the third price. When the profit is added in CP, you get SP. Similarly, when the discount is subtracted from mark price, again you get SP here. So what is the next level of the question here? Instead of giving you this discount percent, instead of giving you this markup percent, I'll give you discount percent and profit percent and ask about the markup percent. Yes or no? Let's look at few examples. A shopkeeper buys a certain article, marks it up by 50. So it's better to take CP equal to 100. He marks it up by 50%. That means mark price becomes how much? 150. What is the maximum discount can he give to the customer? Now, what do you mean by maximum discount? He should not bear any loss here. Should not bear any loss. Discount is always given on what? Mark price. I can give maximum discount of how much? 50 rupees because my cost price is 100. I cannot sell it for less than 100 rupees. So the mark price is 150. Selling price can become how much? 100. Discount is always calculated on mark price. So this becomes the formula to calculate discount percent. You get 1 by 3 here. 1 by 3 into 100 is how much? 33.33%. Yes, sir. What was the formula for discount percent? Discount percent is mark price minus selling price by marked price into 100. So this will give you the discount percent. Discount is always calculated on mark price. Let's look at one more. What's given here? Two successive discounts of 20% each is equal to a single discount of how much? Let's say the mark price of an article is X rupees. I gave you a discount of 20% first. So it will reduce by 20%. It becomes how much? 0.08x. Next time again, I'll give you one more discount of 20%. That means I need to multiply it by zero point 0.8 again. So finally, what do you get? 0.64x. So this was the mark price, and this 0.64x is what? Selling price. I've decreased the mark price by how much percent? The multiplying factor of 0.64 is used when you decrease the number by how much percent? 36. So I can say that two successive discounts of 20% each are equal to a single discount of how much? 36. Instead of giving you two discount of 20% each, the shopkeeper can give you a flat discount of 36% also. Yes or no? Let's look at a few more examples. If the discount on the article is increased, now what's given here? Discount on the article is increased. Increased by what? Discount on the article is increased from 20% to 30%. We know that discount is always offered on what? Mark price. Let's assume that my mark price is 100x. Case number one, I gave a discount of 20%. So in that case, selling price will become how much? I'll reduce it by 20%. So selling price becomes 80x. Instead of giving you a discount of 20%, if I give you a discount of 35%, in that case, the selling price becomes how much? 35. You'll pay 35% less. That means you'll be paying 65x. So obviously, that is going to reduce your revenue. Earlier, I used to get 80x. Now, by selling the same article, At a higher discount, I get only 65x. So there is a difference of 15x in the revenue, and this 15x is already given equal to how much? 27. So what's the value of x here? 27 by 15. Both the numbers are divisible by 3. I'll write it as 9 by 5. And what's the question? Mark price. What was the mark price? It was 100x. So I'll put the value of x here. 100 into 9 by 5. This 5 will cancel it out 20 times. You get 180 rupees. So the printed price of the article becomes how much? 180. I hope this is clear. Okay. A trader marks his washing machine at 30% above the cost price and offers a discount. Find the discount person if the trader makes a net profit of how much? 70. It's better to take the CP of an article equal to 100. He makes a profit of 17%, so definitely the selling price of the article will be 17% more than this. So it becomes 117. What else is given? He marks his washing machine at 30% of the cost price. That means the mark price becomes how much? 130. Now, what's the question? It's about discount percent. We know that discount percent is always equal to mark price, that is 130, minus selling price divided by mark price into 100. So this becomes 13 by 130, which is equal to 1 by 10, means the discount percent becomes how much? 10%. He offered a discount of 10% after increasing the price by 30% so that he can make a profit of how much? 17%. Okay. It's a new type of discount. Look at this. He's not giving you any discount in terms of what rupees here. A shop runs a discount. Buy two, get one free. Find the discount person offered by the shop. What does it mean? You'll pay for only two, but you'll get three here. Yes or no? Let's say you went to a mall and you asked for a shirt. The mark price of one shirt is, let's say, 1,000 rupees. You'll pay for only two. You'll pay for only two. So can I say selling price will become how much? 2,000 rupees. But actually, you got three articles. So what's the discount percentage? People say that discount is what? 50%. No. We know that discount is always calculated on what? Mark price. It's mark price minus selling price by mark price in 200. So there is no discount. You'll have to pay for these three shirts. If the price of one shirt is 1,000, the price of these three shirts will become how much? 3,000. So you would have paid 3,000 rupees actually, but you end up paying only 2,000 rupees. So I can say that the mark price of the article which you got was 3,000, but you gave only 2,000. So what's the discount percent here? What do we write here? 1,000 by 3,000, that is 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 into 100 gives you how much? 33.33%. Yes or no? I hope this is clear. Let's take one more. Buy three, get two. That means effectively you'll get five shirts here. So you should have paid for five shirts, which is equal to 5,000, but you end up paying for three only. That means you paid 3,000. Divided by what? Again 5,000 into 100. So what do we get here? 2 by 5, which is equal to how much? 40%. So instead of giving you a flat discount of 40%, shopkeeper said that buy three, get two free so that he can clear the stock also. Yes or no? So remember that the denominator will have the mark price of all the articles which you purchase plus the articles which you got free. Okay. What's given here? A shopkeeper sells 120 articles, each at a price of 250. Fine. To the persons who do not bargain, he does not give any discount. That means they'll pay the whole value and makes 50% profit on each article. Fine. Makes 50% profit on each article. What does it mean? The printed price was 250? No. The cost price was 250. Shopkeeper sells 120 articles each at a, so this is the selling price. That means this is also the mark price. The mark price is 250. And it's given that he makes a profit of 50% on each article if he sells it for 250. So can we calculate the cost price? He makes a profit of 50%. That means if the cost price of the article is X and you want to make a profit of 50%, you'll sell it for how much? 1.5x. Am I right? And if you don't offer any discount, this price will be equal to 250. So 1.5 means 3 by 2. 3 by 2 of x is 250. So what's the value of x here? 250 into 2 by 3, which is equal to cost price of the article. So we know that the cost price of the article is 500 by 3 here. Now, how does he sell all the 120 articles? To those who bargain, he gives a discount of 20%. That means discount will be given on this price. Otherwise, this 250 will become the selling price. If 1 in 4 customer does not bargain, okay, out of 5, if 1 in 4 customers does not bargain, that means out of every 4, 1 will not bargain and the remaining 3 will definitely bargain. So those 3 will get a discount of 20% each. He sold how many articles? 120. When you divide this 120 in the ratio of 1 is to 3, what do we get? 30 and 90. So these 30 customers will purchase the article at a price of 250 each. And what about these 90? What about these 90? They'll get a discount of how much? They'll discount of 20%. Now 20% of 120 is how much? 24. That means these 90 customers will be paying how much? This is 120, but actually discount is calculated on 250. 20% of 250 is what? 50 rupees. So these 90 customers will pay 200 rupees each. And the people who will not bargain will be paying 250 rupees each. And I know that out of these 120 articles, 30 articles were sold at a price of 250 and the remaining 90 were sold at a price of 200 each. So what's the total revenue? What's the total selling price? I can say that 30 into 250 plus 90 into 200. This 30 into 250 will give you 7,500. 90 into 200 will give you 18,000. So effectively, that shopkeeper will get 25,500 rupees. So this becomes total selling price. And what was the investment of that person? Total cost price. The cost price of each shirt is how much? Each article is how much? 500 by 3. And we purchased 120. So let's multiply it by 120. This 3 will cancel it out 40 times. So what do we get? 5 into 4 is 20. So the total cost price is 20 and the total selling price is 25,500. So what's the profit person? It's SP minus CP. What do we get here? 5,500 divided by cost price. That is 20,000 into 100. I hope this is clear. We'll cancel it out these two zeros with these two zeros. Then this 100 will cancel it out two times. This 2 will cancel it out 27.5 times. So what's the net profit percent here? It's 27.5%. Yes or no? So the total profit here becomes 27 point. Okay, let's look at the next one. If the discount percent on an article is equal to profit percent and the ratio of the cost price and the mark price is 8 is to 13, find the cost price of the article if its selling price is rupees 120. Fine. Since the ratio is given, let's assume that cost price is 8x and the mark price is 13x. Now what's given here? The ratio of the cost price and mark price is 8 is to 13 and the discount percent on the article is equal to the profit percent. And the selling price is given equal to how much? 120. Fine. How do we calculate the profit? How do we calculate the profit? Profit is always equal to selling price minus cost price by cost price into 100. This becomes your profit percent. Yes or no? The next one is what? Discount percent. How do we calculate discount percent here? Discount percent is equal to mark price minus selling price by mark price into 100. And it's given that profit percent is equal to discount percent. That means I can equate these two values. When you equate both the values here, something like this 100 will be cancelled. Yes or no? This x will be cancelled out, and after that you cross multiply. What do we get? 13 into 120 minus 8x is equal to 8 into 13x minus 120. Let's multiply it now. What is 13 into 12? It's 156. So 1560 minus 13 into 8 is 104. So I get 104x here is equal to 13 into 8 will again give you what? 104x minus 12 into 80 is 960. This 104 comes on this side, 960 goes on that side. What do we get? 208x is equal to 960 comes on this side. That becomes 2520. Yes or no? So what's the value of x here? It's 2520 by 208. So this is the value of x, and we are looking for what the cost price. What was the cost price? It was 8x. So the answer becomes 8 into 2520 divided by 208. Yes, sir. Okay. Let's look at one more question. The discount of 20% is given on the mark price of a television. On the mark price of television, the profit will be 25%. If the discount is increased to 25%, the profit percentage will be how much? Now you'll have to find that what is the markup percent here. Look at this. If the discount of 20% is given on the mark price, the profit will be 25%. How do we calculate that? Let's say the cost price of an article is 100. Yes or no? You can read the next line. The profit will be 25%. That means the selling price will become how much? 125. How do we calculate the mark price now? How do we calculate the mark price? It's given that discount of how much? 20% is given. Let's assume that the mark price is Y and you offer a discount of 20%. Offered a discount of 20%, what does it mean? You'll sell it for 0.85, which is already known to you, 125. So the mark price becomes 125 by zero point 0.8 here. This is your mark price. What's the next time? If the discount is increased to 25% instead of 20, fine, then profit percentage will be how much? We know that CP will remain same. That is 100. Mark price will remain same, which is equal to Y. What's the new selling price? We'll have to calculate that. Yes or no? We know that discount was increased to 25%. 25%, that means now the selling price will become 0.75 times of Y, which is equal to 3 by 4 into 0.75 can be replaced by 3 by 4 into Y. What is Y here? It's 125 by zero point 0.8. That zero point 0.8 can be written as 4 by, sorry, zero point 0.8. That is 8 by 10. Let's write it like this. Yes or no? So the value of selling price will be 3 by 4 into 125 by 8 into 10. This comes out to be how much? 117.18. So the new selling price becomes how much? 117.18. And what was the cost price? It was 100. So definitely the profit will reduce here because you have increased the discount percent here. So what's the profit percent now? Can we say 17.18%? Earlier, the profit was how much? It was 25. Since you have increased the discount percent from 20 to 25, definitely the profit percent will reduce it. So it becomes 17.18. Fine. Let's look at another one. At what percent above the cost price must an article be marked so as to gain 36% after allowing a discount of 15%? Let's do the same thing here. Let's assume that the cost price is 100. Can you give me the selling price? Yes. You know the profit percent. What's the profit percent? 36. So definitely you must have sold it for 136 rupees. Mark price is not given. Let's say it equal to X. But you know the discount percent. That's how much? 15. So if you know the mark price X and you know that discount is always calculated on mark price, you must have sold it at 15% less than this. So how do we write it? 0.85 times of X. This is also selling price in terms of mark price, and this is also selling price. Let's equate them. When you equate them, what do you get? 0.85x is equal to 156. Yes or no? So what is the value of x? 136 by 0.85, which comes out to be 160 rupees. What is x here? Mark price. What was the cost price? It was 100. And what's the question? At what percent above the cost price must an article be marked? 100 k article pay, I'm going to print 160. That means I've increased the price by how much percent? 60%. So the answer becomes 60%. Yes or no? Okay. If the discount of 20% is given on the mark price of the television, the profit will be 25%. If the discount is increased to 25, the profit percentage will be how much? We've already discussed this question, this kind of question in the previous slide. The similar one.